making the call of the meeting at 10:3 minutes. The next one is a meeting procedure. This is usually the way we do it. I make the presentations and the questions will be answered at the end of the presentation. For the questions, each person will make a turn at the microphone here at my left beside the stage, stating your name, lot number, and your question. To provide opportunity to talk for everyone, one question per person, please. The Administrator Supervisory Committee is number 3. In EDR, the President is Dick Peterson, Ed Jones, and Philip Van Rensburg are the supervisors. In La Ventana Del Mar is Hans Wildschut and Tony Reyes. And in Las Villas is Marta Rizek and Iliasar Castro. The next thing here is the public meetings dates reminder. Our next town hall is going to be in June 29, 2024. And the third one is going to be in September 28, 2024. The developers meeting, we don't have a date for April. It will be announced by the developer later on. And the second one is going to be in October 31st. The GA meetings will be in November 1st for EDR and November 2nd for La Ventana del Mar, Las Villas. All of these dates are in the website, so if you have any doubt or you forget which dates are, you can go there, or you can contact our customer service office at Saltito Road. They will be happy to give you the information. The number 4 item is a newsletter. We have seen and once and again that it's a very good way of providing information to all the residents and the people who is not here. It is very important for the people who doesn't live at El Dorado because they don't see the daily life here. You are here, you can see whatever is happening, but all the people who hasn't come back, some of them since the day they bought, there's people who hasn't been come back in 10 years, and then come back and say, well, I have to come more often. Yes, you're right. I agree with you. Okay, so the newsletter always has very interesting information. It has happenings, safe, all the clubs put something into it, like the quilting, like the fishing group, the pickleball, the tennis. There are different ones, Spanish classes, yoga, so you can always learn something about that. There is the dates of the watering schedule, and there is information about if we have some robbery or something happening in the ranch. So if you don't have the opportunity to receive the newsletter, is maybe because you don't have your email updated in the customer service office. Now that you are paying your dues and you have to go to get the stickers, IDs and everything, please update your email if it is not, because if not, you are not going to get the newsletter and sometimes other information that we send through email. The next one is Cachanilla Pools. This year we moved the barrel in the Cachanilla Pool because it was in the left side. So we move it closer to the right where is the sitting area. So if the people wants to go and order and sit there, it's easy for them, and it's not that that you have to go back and forth. It's easier. And we stain it, so it was ugly. We put it nice again. I want to remember that in the February newsletter, we make an invitation. We have an open space in the TRC seat. If somebody is interested in serving at the TRC, you can contact the office where we meet, and you can make an appointment to talk with the TRC committee. The next one is delinquent accounts. We are preparing this year's delinquent account to post it again in the website so you can see who is paying, who is not paying, and this has been requested year after year, so we will be doing it. The other thing is that we already have several accounts in the legal process. We have 8 accounts in the hands of the lawyer, and there has been already 4, how can we call this? We put the announcement in the press. We try to contact the people. Sometimes they have moved, or sometimes they just don't show up at the door. So we, according to Mexican law, we have the opportunity to put it in the newspapers, at least 2 and 1 official. 2 public ones and 1 official. So if we do that, then we can proceed, because it states that they have the opportunity to answer our invitation to come to the court and settle things. If they don't do it, then we can proceed with the legal process. So we will let you know what happened on this. It's slowly, takes a long time, but we are doing it. Let's see what ends what happens in the end. The next one is safety and security. In the September town hall meeting, some of you were here, and you see that we brought in the people from the Attorney General office from San Felipe. Now that we are a municipality, our authorities are local, so that gives us a lot more opportunity to have the situations of police things done faster. Fortunately, one of our residents caught 2 guys taking some goods out of a house, and this neighbor took them red-handed. So he called security. Security arrived at the place. The guys were there. They were still with the things that they had taken out of the house. So they called the ministerial police. They arrived, they made their report, and they went to the police station too. And then the investigation started. We got the guys. Well, the police got the guys. We are not the police. And they are on the jail right now, waiting for prosecution. The trial is going to start in 2 weeks, and we expect them to be judged, and they will spend some time into the jail. But this is very important. When the fiscal guy, the Attorney General of San Felipe, came to the meeting, he said that it's not the HOA who has to put the claim into the Ministry Public. It has to be the owner of the house, because he is the affected people. The HOA, we don't have any legal representativeness to the owners in police matters. It has to be the owner. In this case, it was a neighbor, but he was the witness for the owner. So if they put the claim, they can follow all the legal steps, and now we have 2 guys in jail. We expect that they will be several years, because the more they dig out, these guys were involved in past things that they are connecting. So it's not just the first idea that we have that they will spend maybe 3-4 years. If they can put everything together, it can be at least 10 years. So this is a satisfactory thing telling you that this happened, because this neighbor took the strength to do it, called his friend, and the owner come, put the claim, and we have this result. So please, if something happened, make the claim at the Ministerio Público. We help you in all the process, but we are not the ones who have to do it. We don't have the legal representation to do it. But if you are in that situation, we'll help you all the way. And once the claim is done, it is very hard that you have to come back. I don't think so it will be needed. But this happens because of the claim. In the rest of the time, we are happy that we haven't had any more burglaries. All time, when we get somebody and put in jail, the ranch is clear for a while, because the word goes out in town. You know, if you go to El Dorado, you will spend time in jail. So that's good too to happen, and the people stay clear out of here. I am sure through the different web places, you hear that something happened in this camp, in the other camp, in the south camp, in front of my house, but not as often. In here, we are happy to say that it doesn't happen that often. Okay, the next thing is storms and road maintenance. This year we have had several rains, but fortunately not as hard as the last 2 years with the hurricane things that we received. In the Pacific, there has been raining very often. Yesterday and the day before in Tijuana and San Diego were raining very heavily. And here, this is beautiful San Felipe, fortunately. The road maintenance, we have done the repairs that we needed with the rains that we have. And right now we are back in schedule. We will start with the red dirt by the mid-March. Slide presentation is the next one. I will show you the slides that we have. Okay, this is a presentation. Town Hall, February 2024 slideshow, El Dorado, La Ventana, Las Villas. I will present them in that format. Next, please. Dorado Ranch. New equipment for pool maintenance staff. We are resupplying from last year the things that they have used to their life extent, so this is some of them. It's too clear today. We will have to put some screens next time. Next, please. New tools for general maintenance staff. Next, please. New welding helmet. This is a very nice looking helmet. It's a very good brand too, so it would last. Next, please. Water truck tank, International 2007, repaired and painted. This is the way it was. They get rust because the salty water that we use for the roads damaged the metal, but when we work on them, they still look like they were. Next, please. New equipment for pool maintenance staff. Same thing is materials and tools that they need to keep it as good as possible. Next. Personal bus, new springs installed. This is the ones. They have to take wheels, everything out, so to reinstall them. Next, please. Tennis court number 2 fence, repaired and painted. We took everything out and we redo it since scratch, let's say. Next, please. Tennis court number 4 fence, repaired and painted. Same thing. We redo all the side blocks and we changed tubes and we reinstalled them, painted, and it looks nice again. Next one, please. By the way, the screens, the wind screens are coming. They are ordered. We are waiting for them. As soon as they arrive, we will install. There will 2 new ones for 2 courts. Security gate tower in front of La Ventana Del Mar, repaired and painted. Next. Cachanilla al pool area fumigated. This is the bathroom area, but we did it all around. This is because of the bees. It has been cold, but there has been a lot of sun, a lot of rain, not hard, but enough of rain. So there's a lot of blooming flowers, and bees love them. Well, you have seen in many of your houses bees around or making hives in your houses, and the people from ecology are taking them out. But that's why we make the maintenance of fumigation in all the Cachanilla pool area. Next one, please. Hacienda del Sol security gate, repaired and painted. Right now they look again nice and inviting to come into El Dorado. Next, please. Camino Nuevo security gate, X-Trans lights bulb change. Next. Cachanilla pool area pipe leak repaired. We found this one was a big leak. Fortunately, we found it and we fixed it. Next one, please. Hacienda del Sol security gate, vehicle barrier repaired and installed. Here is it. Next, please. Cachanilla pools, new solar blankets. All the blankets of the 3 pools were changed. Next, please. Rancho del Sol security gate, repaired and painted. Next one. Saltito Road stay lining maintenance. We keep them as best as possible given the salty condition of the closeness that we have with the ocean. Next, please. Los Viajeros South and Palos Verdes South Street signs were installed. I added the constantly because with the wind and the rain, they fall and they fall and they fall. And we receive a lot of requests for actions. Like, where are the signs? Why you don't get them back? We do, but 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, they are down again. So this is a constant work that we do. Each time that we see one or we receive the order for one, we go and install it. Next one, please. Camino Nuevo security gate, repair and painted. Same thing, all of the trims of the windows and everything is redone. Next, please. New bookshelf made for Ranch Library. I like to commend that the work that the lady in charge of the library is doing is fantastic. Thank you. It's very good to recognize the good help of the residents that help us to do what we have to do. Each time that we receive the request, we try to do it as fast as we can, and it adds to the culture and entertainment of everybody. Next, please. Personal bus, 2 new tires in the front. Next, please. Saltito Gate, new electronic sensor installed for vehicle barrier. We changed it because it was failing and failing because it was already old. Plus the charge of work that we put on it was too much. So we talked with the supplier and said, you have to get us a more, what can we call, a lot more strength system. And sometimes with the long hauling with the trucks or with the races, for example, that they bring a big truck behind the pickup, the brakes come down and hit it and we have problems. So we have to bring a new one, which is more extended. Right now they can pass without the barrier coming down. So we avoid any more problems with that one. And it's working very well. Next one, please. Cachanilla pulled those lights, repaired and painted. Some of them were just painted, some of them were already damaged with the bottom part. We replaced them, we fixed them. Right now, all of them are alight and good. Next one, please. Saltito Gate vehicle barrier sign repainted. It was like this, not even with glasses I can read it, so we did it again, and it's nice again. Next one, please. Vehicle barrier control box repainted. Next one. Cachanilla pool benches were repaired and painted. I don't know how, but 2 of these ones got broken legs. So our people make some mold and they reconstructed them. They are like brand new. And we don't have to spend too much money. It was just the cement and what we need to do it. But it was a very good work. Next, please. New security office sign at Saltito Road. This was done by the wind. It took off half of our sign, so we did it again. It's brand new. Next one, please. Next one, please. Tennis court notices board repaired and painted. Right now it's like this. Next one, please. Cachanilla pool pumps warehouse repaired and painted. We take the pictures because we want to show how it was and how it is right now. Next. Stone sealant was applied in jacuzzi shower and pool entrance. This is the way it was. This is the way it ended back. And the front area is done too. Next one, please. The barrier road begins signs installed at Vista del Mar. This was requested, and in some cases, we are going to take this kind of bushes. In this case, they are in the back, but in some cases, they are here. So nobody sees the sign. So we are taking them out, replanting them in another area, and having the sign in plain view. Next one, please. Cachanilla pool barrier stain. This is like it looks right now. Next, please. Now we come to La Ventana del Mar. Next. La Ventana del Mar main gate vehicle barrier repair and install. This is the workshop where we do the work. And this is the final work done. Next, please. Pick-up trim trees at La Ventana del Mar. These are some requests for actions. Sometimes you can see that it was not 2 or 3 lines. Sometimes that's what it takes time to pick up everything. This was just a couple of requests for actions. Next. La Ventana del Mar main entrance, new flags. Next. New water hose for La Palapa pool maintenance. Next. La Palapa restrooms has washer, faucet replaced, and we have done some other minor things there. Next. Las Villas. Condo 24 shutters and trim painted. Next. Condo 33-1 roof repaired. Next. Condo 41-1 roof repaired. Next. Condo 8-4 roof repaired. Condo 7-4 roof repaired. Condo 75-1 roof repaired. Condo 8-1 roof repaired. Condo 56-3 roof repaired. Next one. Condo 7-1 roof repaired. Makita grinder for general maintenance. This is used a lot. We have to buy them each year. Next, please. Condo 61 exterior light lamps repaired and painted. This was the way they were. They look like this today. Next. Las Villas 2 pool propane heater valve replaced. This was like it was. It doesn't look very well here. This is the item that we replaced. It was without it here, and now this is the one, new one, which was installed right here. Next, please. Erosions filling 6 several condo areas. They were like this, and it looks like this now. They are repaired. These are 4 different condos areas. Next, please. Condo 5-4 walkway repair. This was leaking, so we have to dig it out. We break it. This small baseball field form, we have to take it out, repair it, and then we redone it. So it looks like it was. Next, please. Condo 21-3 garage door painted. Next, please. Condo 32-3, 26-3, and 52 metal rails painted. All of these ones. Next. Electric manhole repair between condo 38 and 39 was like this. Right now it's like this. Next, please. New control cabinet installed for sewer treatment plant. This is a big, big thing. In the past, everything was manual. In September, this was one manual. The supervisor of the area came out with the idea, say, I think so we can do this, and it's going to be automatic. We just have to push a button right now. So we did it, and now it is electronic. Next, please. Reconstructed LED lights were installed in light spots at area 7 and 4. Our electrician in the area, the supervisor, is an electrician. He found out that inside the lights of the LED lights is like a plate. And some of the, let's call it points inside, which is the LED lights, they get burnt. But the other ones work. So what he did is he took out the burnt ones and replaced them with new ones, and they're like brand new. So it's as another area where we are saving money too. Next one. Mesquite tree removed of Conto 32. It was damaging the structure. Not the structure, but it was coming next to it, so we took it out. Las Villas pools 1 and 2 chairs and palapas were painted. Next one. That's activities. We bought a projector stand. We are using a bar table here, but we have the projector stand for other things. And here is where it came from. Next one, please. Sports equipment for the guys. Next one. Security. Next one, please. 4 new radios. Next, please. 8 new batteries for infrared system. Next. 6 new photo cells for infrared system. Next. 2 desks for security administration and Punto Uno. These ones were from the very old time, so we renewed them. Let me tell you that these desks, we bought them in a second-hand store, but they are in a very good condition, so we changed them. Next. This is the end of the presentation. Thank you. Les dejé mis lentes here. Yeah. Dick. I didn't hear quite well.
I got a couple of things I want to say.
Okay. All right. Before we go to the questions and answers of the session, Dick Peterson wants to pronounce to give you some information. So go ahead, please, Dick.
All right, as most of you know, Sue Green, who initiated the dog park, has retired, and Tom Peavy has taken over. Is Sue here today?
No.
No, okay. So there was a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and Tom said, why don't the people get together and use the dog park? So one of the fellows, Lloyd, brought over a fire pit, and on Friday night, 4 or 5 o'clock, if you have a dog, come over to the dog park and enjoy the company. We were there last night, there was about 20 people over there. I know it conflicted with the full moon mixer, but it'll be a good event. Bring your dog over, socialize it. Some people have asked me, driving down the electric road, you'll see some barriers on the road, little cones put up, and a couple of sawhorses. Those are valves or covers that are part of the water company. We have been in contact, or Ricardo has, for months, trying to get them over to fix
Si no lo va a
those
arreglar la
holes
CESC,
and replace
dile a Belardo que
concrete
nos diga cómo
and
íbamos a
cover
arreglarlo y
those
que lo
holes.
arreglamos.
So just make you aware, be careful when you go through there, because there's one that's
Pues sí, pero también si alguien se mata va a ser culpa de nosotros.
front tire.
Pues sí.
One issue when Roberto brought up the possible burglaries and that, if you're bringing a laborer, contractor, or whatever onto the ranch on your own, you should be, if you look at the rules and regs, escorting them out. Because when they leave your house, you don't know where they're going. And that's what we found some of these guys casing the area, driving around, seeing where there's nobody home, and it becomes a big issue. Also, there are some, not a lot, but very few, that are falsifying a lease agreement in order to get passes to have their friends come on the ranch and partake in the activities. Can you imagine if 10 people did that and brought a couple people down? All right, there's 20 people taking your chairs at the pool or at the pickleball court. So if you know it's happening anonymously, you can tell us. I know it's not a very happy thing, but it is happening. Few people have asked about the pool hours. The Ketchineya pool is open from 7:30 in the morning till 10 at night. However, when it's cold, they will close, put the covers on the main pool. It may be 4 o'clock, it may be 5 o'clock. It depends on if nobody's there, they're going to cover the pools. So if you come at 7 o'clock at night and the pools are covered, it's because nobody has been there for the past 2 hours, 3 hours. And why should we continue to expel more propane? We spend over $100,000 a year in catching a pool for propane. And covering those pools earlier when there isn't any use will save your utilities money. One person that Roberto mentioned, and I'd like to acknowledge Kathy Baxman, and no, I should be that. She is the librarian, and she is the one that has done an excellent job. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Dick. Thank you, Dick. Well, this is the help that we always receive from the supervisors. When I forget something, they're always backing me up. So that's the kind of work that we do together. And it's very good to let you know everything about it. The dog park, like Dick mentioned, is a very good working facility. And like he says, it's another place to meet and enjoy the company of your friends and your pets. Okay, now I open the floor for questions. As I say, please, the ones that want to make a questions, come to the front, take the microphone, say your name, your lot number, and your question, please. Sure. If you want to make a line, so you have an order, please.
Okay, my name is Mike Bennett. I think some of you know me, for better or for worse. I noticed on the agenda, I asked for a discussion on the TRC items. You hear me now? Better, okay. So, I'm not here to bore you, but when I got here some 20 years ago, we had design and building guidelines. And in my package, this is what I got. A lot of people got the same thing. And this guideline is all of about 9 pages. Okay, it's very simple. It's to the point. It's what it was intended for, and that is a guideline to help people fix their house. Okay, so now we have Exhibit G, Design and Building Guidelines. Okay, this is revised February 23rd of 11. This is off the website, so you can get this off the website. But now it's gone from very simple things to very complex things. If you read this over, in fact, quite a few items in this design and building guidelines conflicts with the CC&R in terms of parking. So can you imagine, you have a nice house you just built, and they tell you, well, gee, you got a pretty big house. You need to have a driveway that only allows 2 cars. You have to put the rest of your stuff, your watercraft, all that, you got to put it in the garage. So we must have you make a garage, okay? Then there's people that like to do work on cars. I think a lot of the guys here do work on their buggies and stuff. So now you're told you have to park that stuff inside because your home's only. Or let's say you have a visitor coming from out of state and now they've got a trailer there. Okay, so there's all these rules, and the point is there's a ton of rules and regulations on the design and building guidelines. Now, when I trace back, I was a supervisor for 2 terms, right along with Ed Jones there, and I remember in order to get a change to these guidelines and other documents, we had to run this through the assembly, you folks. We had to vote on it. Now I understand the voting issue. Hold on. No, not yet. I'm speaking right now. Let me finish. Yeah, I'm going to ask a question. So what I want to know, I'm setting the precedence, okay? I'm setting the background, okay? Okay, so what I want to know, here's my question. Was this, from you guys, was this approved by the assembly over all these years? These look like Montano's rules. And I'll end it with there, and the last question is, when we pay fees to the TRC, are we paying only to our HOA, or are we paying to Butler, that is El Dorado Ranch, or Rancheria Pocos de Oro? That's the 2 questions I have. Thanks.
Okay, the first question is that was 211. I was not here, but Ed. Who? Me? Okay, I can do this. Okay, now you hear me? Okay. Ed, do you remember if the CCRs of that were changed in 2011, how they were they reviewed? Because I wasn't here. I am not sure what happened there. Or if I don't have the answer now, I can do it later. The second question, when you pay your dues, all that money goes to the HOA. It doesn't go to Butler in any way. The TRC fees, they go to the HOA. Yes, the penalty are received by the HOA. No, no, no. The administrator gets, and let's clarify this, the administrator is the HOA. The developer is the butler's company, okay? So we don't start confusing terms like the administrator. No, the administrator is HOA. The company is, no, I am not deviating it. And I invite you, let me say this in front of everybody. I sent yesterday an email to Michael, and I invite him to come and sit down with me and with the EDR supervisors to call the Article 81, which is the last sequence to try to fix the things. And let me tell you, I am not deviating anything, Michael. You didn't give all the information right, because you say that you make a very nice house and then you have to change. You cannot park 3 cars. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. It's not like that. If you have cars in the setback, they are breaking the rules. So you have to move them. If you are fixing cars in your lot, it's a business, and the businesses are not allowed in the properties. Yes. If you are, no, we have found that there is people who have 5 cars and they are fixing cars for somebody else. If you do it for yourself, I don't have any problem. But we have papers that we can prove that they were working for some other people. If you want to fix your car, or if these guys want, whoever is the mechanic, he can rent a place in El Ejido or wherever, and they can fix there. They have a shop there, but not here. Same thing happens with the condo. Some people were using their condo to make business. We talked with them. They took out the business out of the condo. So again, I do the question, I make the invitation again. I send you the email, say that you can meet with Dick and me on Tuesday at 11:30, and we can discuss according to Article 81, which is in the rules and regulations, and we can discuss. And as many people here has been with the TRC, many of them has come out with solutions and with good relations. For sure, some people doesn't want to convey. Well, that's hard to convey with everybody. So again, we are inviting you to come to sit with us. There's not going to be Montaño in this talk, so this is not going to be all battles between two people. This is the TRC, which I am part of, and the supervisor of EDR, and a resident.
When and where is that?
That's going to be in my office, but this is just the 3 of us, because he is the one involved.
What
That,
if others of us have problems concerning PRC?
you can talk with your supervisor. He will help you out. That's the part of the work. If you have not get a commitment with the TRC, the supervisors will come in, they will see everything, and they will be the final judges, and we will take the decision together. But that's the last resource.
And how do we get that meeting with the supervisor?
You can send them a question for the supervisor. It's on the website. You go into the website, you find your supervisors, and you get there, you send an email to them. I want to talk with you about this issue, and they answer to you immediately, no more than 48 hours. Okay, sir. Next, please. Just close to your mouth. Thank you.
Palo Verde South.
Do it like this.
Got it. Just to follow up on what you were saying about the delinquent HOA fees. Not concerned so much as all of the empty lots, because it's obviously very difficult for you to deal with. But I'm more concerned about all the people that have homes here that are not paying, the ones that are allowed in. And from what I understand, all they have to do is sign in and sign out, and that's the only difficulty they have. They can go to their home and live in their home and pay no HOA fees, and yet they're still all getting road maintenance, garbage, security, everything that goes with the place. The only place they can't go is the pool, because they don't have a place for the
very briefly of a few cases, but there's pages and pages.
Oh, yes.
Pages.
Let me tell you
They're
this.
not paying.
Let me tell you this. By law, we cannot stop anybody going to their property because it's private property and the roads are public. Even that we have the gates, the roads are still public. The authority let us put the gates, but it's public roads. So we can stop them and they don't go to the pool, they don't go to the pickleball, they don't go to the different areas. But they don't get the stickers, they don't get passes, they don't get IDs, and they don't get automatic card to open the gates. So it's all that we can do legally. Now we have the lawyer working in some cases, if we are success in that, but the problem is that it takes a long time and we are spending money. So that's the other side of the coin. In the end, maybe after 1, 2, 3, whoever knows how many years, we will get to win the case, but at that moment we will know what will be the result between the expense and what the HOA will be getting. Because the thing, once we get, is we don't get the property back to the HOA. The HOA is not a business. We have a status that we cannot make business. We only can receive the money from the dues. Any other income, if we pass 5%, all the money that comes to the HOA will be subject to taxes. That will kill us.
Is there any way to just make it a little more difficult for them to get in? Just
No.
searching them, stopping them, make it more difficult.
The thing, I know, but it's like, for example, if you live in El Centro and they don't pay taxes, they can go to their houses, they get garbage taken up, they get all the services of the city in the same way. It's the same fee. Sorry, but that's the thing. Yes, ma'am.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Debbie Jones. No, where do I live, David? Hacienda del Sol, Road 9, or Road 9, Lot 10. About 2 months ago, I went to the HOA office and I asked, I put in a request for action.
Yes.
There's graffiti on that main sign for the branch that's just right across from the entrance to La Ventana. It's on the other side of the road, but it's like the big tall one. It has all the different
Oh, yeah.
restaurant and whatever. It's had graffiti on it. I put in a call like 2 months ago. I've gone back in there 3 times and asked why the graffiti hasn't been. I mean, I could have fixed it. You know what I mean? In like an afternoon. So why isn't it being done? If we follow the rules, why isn't stuff getting done?
Yes, this is again the two sides of the coin. That's from the company, not from the HOA. The company, we are divided in 2 areas, the company and the HOA. For example, this place where we are right now, this is the company, this is Butler's property. The golf course is Butler's property, the restaurant, the La Palapa area is his.
But aren't the common areas that have the signs, those are common?
No, he built them. I cannot maintain them.
Then what's the process? Sorry. Then what's the process of, if not through the HOA, doing a call of action or whatever, then what process do I use?
You have to contact Jesus Olmos, who is the general director of the El Dorado Ranch, who is the company. You can send him an email, and he will answer to you. Well, if you send it to the HOA, we send them to them. But if you want a direct response, send it directly.
I want it done. Like, who wouldn't want it done? It's on the main sign. It's graffiti. I had people come here, 3 different couples in December,
Yes.
that have never been here before. They loved it, but then they see, like, we don't even take the graffiti off the signs. They're not going to want to come buy a house here. Like, why wouldn't the sales department? Who here works for the sales department? Why didn't the sales department do something about it? Like, somebody should do something about it. I'm sorry that it's not HOA, but somebody
I agree with
should
that.
see the graffiti and say, we need to take the graffiti off.
Okay. What we are going to do is we will send another message to the company saying, at the town hall meeting, usually I do that when this happens. I always send an email directly to the company saying, in the town hall meeting, we received the request from the people for the development, and they will take care. Thank you.
My name is Mike Miles. I live in Paseo del Sol. So I have two questions. The second will be really short. Yeah. So the first one is, at our entrance at Paseo del Sol, there's barricades so you can't cut across the highway. You have to go to the left turn, make a U-turn, and come back. So that's fine. We've done that now for a couple of years, and that's the way it is. However, at night, the street lights at that U-turn area have been out for 2, maybe 3 years. Those lights are not on. They haven't been on for a long time. So it's dangerous. It's really dangerous at night, especially. Mm-hmm. And especially in the winter, because it gets dark earlier. Yeah. So how does that get fixed?
Are they in the highway, right?
On the highway, correct.
They are from the municipality of San Felipe.
Okay, so what do we do to get somebody to pay attention to that?
Let me tell you, we have been in contact with them for 3 years. For all the boulevard, you have been seeing that advancing, but the problem is they have to provide lights to all San Felipe too. So if the mayor of the city says you have to do this barrio first, they have to live here and go there and fix it. Now, Ricardo has been in contact with them too. Háblales, please. He will call them again.
Thank you, Ricardo. Appreciate it.
He will do it again.
Okay, thank you very much. Other question, real short. The 2 roads that come here into the pavilion are, and I'm sorry, I'm using my own term, but they're trash. The roads are full of potholes, they're just awful, and they remain that way. I know that the graders are going through our neighborhoods and fixing roads and putting down bed dirt. Why can't they address the roads here where people, the public, come in quite frequently to the pavilion for weddings and fiestas and different things? And here's these horrible roads they have to drive on. I would think they would want to maintain those roads to maintain some sort of good presence.
Yes. Let me explain. We have 2 HOAs. One is EDR, which is across the highway. Yep. It has a budget this year of $4,500,000. Mm-hmm. We have the HOA in La Ventana Del Mar. Mm-hmm. It's less than, ¿cuánto es la luz? Around $800,000. So the budget is very different. The extension is very different. I accept that. The thing is that we have been trying to do that. I think so this year we will do some. We are in the planning process of that. I think so by maybe, we're in the end of the month, maybe in 1 week and a half, we'll be starting to work in this one. We will send you prior notice, because it has, in my idea of the work, is 2 segments. One from the Blue Gate to Pavilion, mm-hmm. Second one from Pavilion to the circle, the third circle. Right. We will do it in 2 phases. Okay. Where when we block that one, everybody has to come by this way. Sure. When we block this one, everybody will have to come the other way. Perfect. So I think so in 1 week and a half we are going to do that. We are in that process. It's we have to make the numbers, we have to put everything together, but we will do that. But still, it's like in home. I would like to have the money to buy a Ferrari, mm-hmm. but I had the money to buy a Volkswagen. Yeah. And it's the same. It doesn't matter that DDRs has 4.5 million. Maybe we need 10. Right. The thing is, I have said this before many times. Each year we are losing around 8% of the people paying, because of they get too old to come back and do something, mm-hmm. or some of the couple dies. So they say, I am not getting back to San Felipe. Right. My sons or my daughters, they are not interested because they live in Washington, D.C., or they live in Canada now. I just want to turn back the lot or the property. Now, we know that we have to sell, not the HOA, the developer. And I say that again and again. He's trying to get investment on place. If he get it, everything will change because just the first things that have to be done, which is in this side, the sewer treatment plant.
I would think improving the roads would help sell.
Oh yeah, improving the roads, finishing the condos, everything that is needed, that will be done.
Right, okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Belle, and I live in Los Viajeros Sur. Is that good?
Yes. Yes.
Radio voice. So
You're-
I'm sorry, I did not.
You're a natural in the microphone.
30 years. Okay. So I did not get your title. I know your name is Roberto.
Yes.
And what is your title, please?
I am the administrator. I'm the manager of the HOA.
The manager.
The administrator is Jesus Olmos.
Okay. What are we spraying on the bees, and do we have a safety data sheet or information on exactly what that chemical is? Because we're spraying it in the bathroom, is that correct? And around the bathroom and the pool?
All around,
Okay.
everywhere, everywhere, because
What is it
the
called?
what is
The material, the chemical that we're using to spray.
¿cómo se llama el químico? We have to check.
Very important. Most of those things are cancer causing.
Oh yeah, no, these ones we found that they're innocuous. They don't cause health problems.
Okay, but I want to see the data sheet. I want to see the sheet that says
Okay.
that, and I want to know the chemical name, because often those sheets come from the chemical companies.
Okay,
Thank
we
you.
will find out.
Okay, you'll post it?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Hello, sir. Good morning. How are you?
Jim Flippin, representing the tennis community.
Yeah.
I just came to thank Roberto and Carlos Perez and his crew for a very professional job of maintaining and repairing the tennis court facility and recognizing the value of keeping our association amenities in good shape and condition for all the homeowners' benefit. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Next online, please.
Hi, my name is Lori Ruffner, and we are on Palo Verde South, 10, on the non-solar side. And I'm here to seek understanding. We've been coming down here for 6 months for the last 3 years, and I have some serious questions about pickleball.
About what?
The pickleball courts.
Pickleball courts.
Pickleball courts.
Yeah.
Okay, I met a couple. We play pickleball several times a week, and we are renters of owners on EDR. So we have a path. And there's a sign-in sheet that says you're supposed to sign in, put your name, where you're located, blah, blah, blah. Okay. There's been this person and or persons that before you can even get in the gate are harassing you to put balls in the money fund and also checking the bottom of your shoes to make sure that they're not going to mark up the courts even before saying hello, hi, welcome, we're glad you're here to play. Most of us put money in the pickleball fund. We personally stopped and bring our own because this person and these persons are so rude. And my question is, are those pickleball courts private pickleball courts or are they public? And the reason I ask this, let me finish. The reason I ask this is because we met a couple on there yesterday who were traveling down the coast and they called here and talked to the activities director and asked if the pickleball courts and the golf course were public and open to the public. And they were told yes, and it was put in an email. It's in an email.
No.
They told them yes. So they went down there and they were playing, and this person accosted them, was very rude to them, and so they left and then they came back. The issue I have with the signage sheet is the security issue. And we've seen this person who is causing these problems in her little group going in after their 10 o'clock session in the morning, taking pictures of the sheet and taking it with them. Yeah, and then coming back an hour later to see who's parked in the parking lot and then accosting those people. So I don't think we need a pickleball Nazi out there, but my concern is they're getting our address, who we are, when we're there, and that presents a major security issue. And they're doing this out of control. And they're telling people, well, if you don't like it, then you can just go downtown and play. These are our courts. And our HOA fees went up, blah, blah, blah. So my other question is, to what degree did your HOA fees go up that you are now harassing people who maybe are down here checking things out and wanting to live here because it's such a wonderful place, but you're being harassed by a small group of people. So that's part of one of my questions. So what are the long-term impacts of that? And what rights do these little pickleball Nazis have to do that? And would we want the goodwill of, people coming here and enjoying this for what it is? And also, your security guys have, I'm sure, plenty to do rather than going around policing people that just want to bat a little wiffle ball over a net. And this woman and her little group are causing major problems.
Okay. First of all, I would like to know who the woman or the harassing people is. They have to have names.
Okay?
If you live here, maybe you know them by names.
Okay?
So if you give
And
us,
I'm sure security knows them.
if you send us the names, we will talk with them. Now, that's one
They've
thing.
been talked to already.
Who? I haven't talked with them.
Because they went and complained. They went and complained and said, "Oh, people from Pete's Camp and people that
That's
don't
right.
have any yard
Let me
are
now explain whatever you have asked. And yes, they have all the right to say that the people who doesn't live here are not allowed to come in. This is a private area. Everybody is paying dues because they want to live here, because there are activities, there are facilities, there are pools. Why do the people who are not living here have to come and enjoy all of that? If they really want to enjoy all of this, let them buy a lot and come.
Well,
Let me finish, please. So, I live in town, but I don't like people from the other barrio to come to my street and play inside of my house if they don't live there. They have their own area. They can do whatever they want over there. Now, yes, they come and talk to us. There is many people coming to play pickleball. And I saw many invitations. Come and play here. Now there is a group of kids learning in town. They open a pickleball courts over there. That's perfect. They live in town. We don't want everybody from town coming to play here. What happened in the pool, Cachanilla pool, years before? I come to the pool and I cannot find a place to sit because it was full from people from San Felipe because the friends of the Rancho El Dorado give them passes. So who has priority? The residents or the people from town? I am not against people from town. I have been living in San Felipe for 40 years. And I have a lot here too. So if I want to go to the pool, I have my ID.
right.
Not because I am the manager of the HOA, I can go to the pool. Because I have a lot. So the people who wants to come and play, they have to be an owner. Now, the difference between a guest and a resident. A guest is somebody who comes from somewhere else and they don't live in San Felipe. The other one is a resident, they live in San Felipe. If you bring a guest, they can go with a pass because they are not from here, they don't live here, and they don't have any choice. But you're inviting them to your home. If they like El Dorado, they will buy a place and then they will be allowed to come legally into the ranch. But the resident from town, they have been living here all their lives. If they want to come and play in El Dorado, let them buy a lot.
Well, here's another, idea, because I think that now the pickleball club, is policing the rules, and nobody is clear on what the rules are.
I am clear.
Okay.
I am very, very, very clear.
So what's happening though is a big division. So a lot of the people that used to play over here and that were, members of the pickleball club now don't want to be around these other people who are bossing people around. They're being rude to people that are potentially looking at buying a place here.
Let me repeat what I say. If you give me the names of the rude people, we will talk with them. The only people who can review the thing is, first of all, if there is the club form, they are the ones that organized the whole thing. Because in the beginning, there was not even pickleball at El Dorado.
Right.
And it was a big movement going through. We have to change courts from La Ventana to El Dorado, and there was a big fight. Let me tell you, I was in the middle of all of that. So I am very clear about the rules. And what happened? Then there was come the abuse, which is always the same thing. Always the same thing. Like Dick Peterson say, oh, I gave you, my friend, a lease on my property. You live in El Ejido, but I want you to come and play with me at the pool. Is that right? The rule is clear. That's not right. You have to be an owner to do that. Who is breaking the rule? The resident. The people, the owner of the lot, who is making a trick to bring their people in. That's wrong.
Well, let me ask you this then. What if, because there's a lot of people here who are friends.
Let's make that. Let's get together and we discuss it further. I am at Saltito Road, the office. We can discuss that.
Ask the supervisor, and we will get together and discuss it with you.
Yes.
It's already been discussed, so I'm not going to approach it anymore because you're just going to lose. Let's just say she has a very southern accent.
Hello, sir.
My name is Steve Paul. I live in Las Vegas, North for the last 28 years. I will frame this into a question.
Yes.
I've been dealing via email with Mr. Perez, Dick Peterson, and Noreen Butler about the banditos in Mexicali slamming into cars intentionally. The last that happened to me 3 weeks ago, my insurance adjuster bid it at $4,000. And my business. For a scam that they're doing, and they're very, very convincing. I actually thought I hit the guy, and he was in such a hurry he had to get to his mother's funeral. Well, in the United States, we don't mess with mama. We don't think mama's dead when mama ain't dead. So my question here, Mr. Perez has explained that someone would have to file a police report, which would probably be in Mexicali, to get any action done by PGJE. But let's think outside the box. This is my question. Why can't our HOA draft a letter of all of the things I've given Mr. Perez and send it to the mayor of San Felipe, the tourist board of San Felipe, the mayor of Mexicali, the tourist board of Mexicali, and the federal tourism board, so they can work intergovernmentally to put pressure on the police to just at least be aware of it and try to adhere to it. I know for a fact in my neighborhood, 6 people that have been rammed. One of the people paid $1,280 to the bandit. They went to the ATM machine with him because they told him he was going to jail. In the emails I gave Mr. Perez, a woman was accosted by the passenger in the assaulting vehicle. This has to stop. But there's a caveat. There's a lot of money exchanging hands up here from us, residents of El Dorado and people going south with American plates. But I don't know if these people are cartel connected or who they are, some organization. I'm not gonna go up there and file a complaint against a guy that's gonna have my name, my address, and know exactly where I live for him and his partners. So why can't we think outside of the box and contact these other organizations, government organizations, and put pressure on the police department? I used to work for the government, and that's how this works. Other agencies can put pressure on them without a filed complaint.
Okay, I already answered your questions in the beginning when I said that in the last town hall we brought the fiscal. That guy is the top head of the police here in San Felipe, and there's another one in Mexicali. We don't have the representation, the legal representation to make claims in your name to the police. It has to be you.
I did not ask you to do that. I said a general notification of what is happening, not a specific situation, not a specific person, a general thing of saying this is happening in Mexicali on the south end of Mexicali. You don't have to say who's doing it, who it was done to. You can just let them know that it's happening. Governments don't wash hands.
Well, okay, let me say this. I can send that letter, but it won't have any effect. Anyone. I am in contact with the tourism office too. As a matter of fact, the last communication I have with them was about the bridge in the road that was there for months without work. Right now they put already the bars in top of it, but maybe in another 10 years we'll finish it. So that's the things, the way that happened. If I send a letter, I can send a letter because it will be the HOA of El Dorado Ranch is complaining. Now, the first thing they are going to tell me is, Roberto, this is not here. It has to be done in Mexicali. So I will have to make another letter, and when they receive their, okay, we need the guy to come here and put the claim. And that will be the end of it. That's the way it works. I like it. I don't like it. But that's the way it works.
Well, buy Mexican car plates then.
I have them.
Yeah, I know you do.
Let me tell you, many people are confused with me. When they hear me speaking English, they see me white, blonde. They always think that I am American. And they hear me speaking Spanish, like, oh, you have a very good Spanish. So I am a Mexican guy. That's what I speak very well Spanish. My English is not that good as my Spanish. But that's the way the people thinks. And if we talk about this happening, it's not just in Mexicali, it's everywhere. I can tell you experiences that I have had myself, but they are out of this place. It's not concurrent to what we are doing. So, please run.
Ross Wilkin, I live on the mountainside and have multiple properties in Dorado Ranch. I've been asked by others to ask this question, and it may or may not, you may or may not know the answer, and you may say it's a development question and not an HOA question, but it involves everyone that owns property on this side, so I'm going to ask it. As you well know, most of us communicate via the internet, and we read a lot of different groups. There's a lot of different groups, and flame wars, and a lot of things come up, and rumors, you don't know if they're true or not true, or so forth. So there's a rumor that the developer's health is pretty bad and deteriorating. And so my question number one is how is he doing, if you know it all? And number two, if it is serious or whatever, if there's any sort of succession plan, so that we know who our developer is should something happen. So if you know the answers or if you're allowed to address them, I'd appreciate it.
I know the first one. Pat was into surgery. He has a hip replacement, and right now he's 79 years. So it's a big surgery. So he was in the hospital for several weeks. Right now he's in therapy and he's getting better. How long is he going to have therapy? I have no idea, but I know it's long. I have seen people in my family have the same surgery, and it's a long time, but it differs from person to person, age, weight, different things. But he is coming back. I talked with him last day by phone. His voice was strong. His voice were okay. When he was in the hospital, it was not the same voice, but right now he is back to normal voice. And when you go through surgery, I don't know how many people here have go through. I went a couple once in the past, and when you're in the hospital, you don't feel that joyful. Anyway, if you went through well, anyway, you are not too happy because there is some pain, there is some things. But I heard him very well. Now, the second one, I cannot say there is it, but I suppose yes. I can ask Pat about that. I can ask him and he will send me his response and I will let you know. And when I say I let you know, it will be for everybody.
One of the rumors was that he had a lung removed or something, so I assume that's not the case.
Could be, but right now I think so. It's cleared out of that because he's coming back well. I don't know what will be in the future because it's like they say to me, Roberto, when are you going to retire? The day I am dead. I feel strong. I want to work. I like my work. So I don't know, for as long as Pat wants to take me here.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. My name is Marie Rangel. First of all, I want to address to Pat Butler. He's my special friend. I have been here since '96. Could you please tell him that I would like to meet with him? Okay? First of all, my husband in '96 was hired to start security for El Dorado. At that time, it was completely different. And I'm addressing that. Who is representing Jesus Olmos here?
Nobody.
Why do not one person come to hear the complaints? Because like you said, half of us belong to them, half of us belong on this side. But we all have issues. Okay, and first of all, you could tell Butler, he remembers me because I was the one that started the laundry service for El Dorado. For the people I hired before, ladies, because I am Mexican. This part and that part is American because I was born in LA. But I have been here helping the Mexicans because I knew when I came here, I was as poor as them. So, yes, we have a lot of issues, and I do too, because I'm one of the 10 houses that was built in El Dorado. And I have had to follow rules that I hate. I mean, and it's like, why would they pick on me if I had a person visiting me or even my own vehicle in my property? The thing is, we have to speak up. We do have to speak up, but like he's saying years and years and years, but you're paying a lot of money for your homeowners or whatever.
Please make the question. Please make the question, please.
Okay, my question is that I would like to set up an appointment with Butler because he knows me from way back.
Why don't you send an email to him and make the request for the appointment?
Could you write that down for me?
Yes.
Because I have a replacement. I have a replaced shoulder.
Okay.
Mexican bionic.
Okay. Just make the email, please. Dale el correo de Pat, por favor. Ma'am, Ricardo Perez will give you Mrs. Ricardo Perez will give you Pat's email. Yes, sir.
Hey, brothers. Missouri North, Section 4, bidders for 23 years. We now have an RV park in our backyard. About 30 North floor is an RV park now. Like, Peter's sitting there, you come by my house, you look at our lot. We have people here that live in our neighborhood here. Security is terrible. People come in every 2, 3 weeks, maybe a month. We don't know who they are. It's terrible. Oh, sorry about that. Chance of people coming in and out of our place, it's unsafe. The RV park used to be over there. We first came here in 2001. We built our house in 2002. We signed up. We want to live here and retire here. We've been here now 14 years retired. It's nothing we didn't sign up for, an RV park in our backyard. Anybody that wants to come by my house, South North, Block 9, Lot 17, Mr. Peterson, I would enjoy it. Will you come by and look at it? I sent an email to Ricardo, of course, he never responded, normal. Just come by and look at it. Anybody wants to come by? We're the only section that allows RVs, more than two RVs per.
No hablen fuerte porque no oigo.
It has turned into terrible. People come here, don't know the rules, who rent the spaces. Dogs crap all over the roads, all around. Come by and look at it. Still the crap still sit out there. We saw a person, we were walking one day, dog took a dump, 20 feet in front of us, put his foot over it, shoveled the sand over the crack, instead of picking it up. So if people are going to rent these spaces here, they need to know the rules. They're cutting through the green belt. We have a green belt that goes from Palisade Ford to section number 2. And people are running their RTVs through there, their motorcycles, their bicycles. You walk through there is no problem, but they're tearing up the green belt. And they, you guys put ditches in 4 years ago. They just drive over and come up and go over. It's terrible. And I thought you couldn't run a business in El Dorado Ranch.
Well, first of all, I don't run a business.
No, but the people that are.
Well, let me explain. We are security. We are not police. That's a big difference between them. We don't have any right to put people in jail. We don't have any right to stop and put handcuffs on people. That has to be done, well, that's the only way that people understand. Let me tell you that we have some residents here that we have talked about that you have to put your dogs in a leash. I will do whatever I want because I pay my dues. I hear that. And I don't agree with that, but I have to say, please do it. These guys who comes to rent, I agree with you, but not all of them are like that. There is many people who comes, pay the rent, and they behave. And I have been for right now 10 years in the TRs, in the supervisors meetings. At that time, if you see the reports from security, in the high season, they have becoming less and less and less and less. Because the people who come often, they learn and behave. But there is always some people who will never learn, and that's very hard to do. There is people who agree, following the rules, and there are jails for the one who doesn't do it. But I am not police. BP people is not police. We can stop them. Let me give you an easy example. How many times I have said in these town halls, please do not speed in the roads. And from my office I hear all the way up to Saltito Road to the mountain. Do I have to put that resident in jail? He's not complying. He doesn't want to comply. And I have talked personally with those people. Sometimes I am in the veranda in my office, just because I want to see the mountains at that moment, take a breath of air. And I saw the people and I say to them, slow down. And they give me the finger. Very respectfully, I know. They are respecting me as a person, as the authority in the HOA. So that's the problem I have. And like I said before, I would like to have a Ferrari, but I don't have it. So I have to go through navigating the waters the best we can. and put the people to think about what is right and what is wrong. Same thing with the renters. When we know the renter, we call them and say, the house these, they are breaking these rules. Usually they come with the renters, and there are some renters that say the same thing to them. Here is the finger to you too, I will never come back. And 3 months later, they are wanting a reservation again. But on time, some of these people learn. And let me tell you, there will be evil in the world forever. I understand that. And we have to fight it. I don't like that people doesn't behave in here. It's the same thing with the pickleball. It's the same thing with the people coming to the pools. They are breaking the rules. But we are trying to take them out.
So what does security do then? What's their job?
Their job is to come and speak with the people, not to put them on the floor, put them handcuffed, and send them to jail.
So what is the signs all over the road says $50 fine if you dog poops on the road, don't click it up? Who put those up?
We have to call the police for that. And the police usually answer, we are too busy in town. I can tell you. I have been
by my house, look at my backyard.
Yes, he will go.
To see it all no more.
We will go there. We will go there. Yes, sir.
My name is Keith LaRoche. This is also been a resident here since November 22. Time was it? Roger that, will do. Issue lately is ranch sticker on the windshield allows you right through the gate, correct?
Yeah.
All right. This thing should be the same as that. I'm assuming, correct? Because you have to have one of these to get the sticker, correct?
Let me
Ranch
see.
ID?
From here, I don't see it.
It's a ranch ID.
Okay.
So this would be the same thing as a sticker, correct?
No.
No?
No. You can go in with that one. If you don't have a sticker in your car, you will be stopped.
Right.
Then you show that in and you can go in.
Correct.
Now, if you go out, you can show that, but they will stop if you don't have the sticker in your car.
Okay, correct.
Then they will say, okay, you don't have a sticker, you just cannot go out. Now you show me your ID, you can go out.
Okay, so now at every time, all my vehicles have a sticker. Once in a while I drive through with a vehicle that doesn't have a sticker, so I have to show this?
Yes.
So, and that's fine, I don't have a problem with
Yeah.
that. Why would I have to sit at the gate for 5 minutes while he writes down all my information, writes down all the information about the vehicle when I have this?
Well, the thing is that you still have to have the sticker, and then you will have to wait 5 minutes for them to write it down. If you have the sticker, free pass.
Understand. But you still have to have one of these to get
Yes.
the sticker.
Yes, because, for example, someday you will not be driving a car with a sticker, and how the ward will know you are a resident.
Right, that's what this is for. So now
Yes.
they know I'm a resident.
Yes.
So
That's your identification.
Okay, so same thing.
Yeah.
Sticker, this.
Yes.
If they don't write down the information when I have the sticker.
No. No, they just let you go by.
I just want clarity on that, because it just didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense, that's all.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
This is actually just maybe a suggestion based on some of the problems that have come up. Constantly, the reason you can't do certain duties is you're not a police and so forth and so on. You can't handcuff anybody. It would seem if you wrote down many of these things that people are doing, that other people are complaining about, if they were part of the TRC thing, that the technical review committee that apparently has the ability to issue fines that must be paid, that these people should just, for speeding on the road or whatever, security should have the ability to give them a TRC ticket.
No.
To pay a TRC fine if speeding is against the HOA rules, which it is.
No, but the TRC is technical review for construction. It's not the police section of HOA.
Well, when you say obstruction, what is the...
Instruction.
Instruction.
Yeah. Construction.
Oh, construction.
Construction.
Okay. Well, it certainly extends beyond that. It's TRC I exceeded the time limit one time for having an RV on my lot that I was working on.
Yes, because those are rent.
And I was told it's because that's against the rules. Well,
Those-
speeding is also against the rules. I'm just making a suggestion.
Yeah, but let me explain. The RV thing is in the condominium regime by area, and there are areas where the RVs are permitted. For example, when you are constructing, you have 1 year and a half to finish the construction. If you exceed the time, there's a fine. The other thing, if you bring an RV to a non-RV area, you can put it only for 30 days there, then it has to go out. So there are rules, and that's the TRC thing to do.
Right, okay, I get that, but you can't add speeding to the
No.
CC&Rs?
No, because that's out of the construction area, or
Okay.
it's not contemplated here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there no more questions? I will say thank you to all of you. See you in June. Thank you very much.